Good morning, everybody. How are you feeling? Let me know down below how you feeling today after that match last night versus El Salvador. In my opinion, man, it's kind of a bittersweet for me. A little bit disappointed. You know, I felt like we had the team to go in there and beat El Salvador. The coach, at least that's what I thought last night, to pull out this victory. And we walk away with a draw. I'm not trying to be harsh here, but come on, guys. Let's not be complacent. There's nothing to be excited about a damn draw. The whole point was to go in there and win and take 3 points. And granted, it's not the easiest. It's not easy. You're obviously going to go into a hostile environment. You're going to play against the team, 11 players plus the 12th man. It's going to be competitive. And there was rumors about high humidity, some rain, some showers. I didn't see any of that. So in my opinion, it was perfect weather. It was a perfect weather to come out, perfect time to come out and pummel this El Salvador team. And instead we got punched. We got checked by El Salvador themselves. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the positives, the negatives, and I'm going to be talking about Greg Berhalter here a little bit. Tell you what my thoughts are about his style of coaching last night, what he decided to put out last night. So the formation was like this. Matt Turner came out at goalkeeper. Now Zach Steffen wasn't able to go. There was some issue with some back spasms or some back issue for him. So Turner got the nod, and I was okay with that. Turner did great. He was called upon a couple times and he delivered big time. So he played good. He was solid. Serginho Dest got the nod at left back, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. I'm going to get into the whole Berhalter situation bullshit about him playing players out of position, in my opinion. I'm not sure why he's doing that if you have 2 left backs on the team, sir. But anyways, Serginho Dest got the nod at the left back and was not able to do anything creative last night. And as a matter of fact, was stagnant. Had a couple opportunities, but aside from that, just wasn't really truly involved. Tim Ream surprisingly got the nod at center back 1. He did okay. He was okay. He was serviceable. He was solid. Held it down. So for a 34, 35-year-old center back, hey, he could still play. He could still do pretty good. Miles Robinson started at center back 2. I had a feeling he was going to get the nod there, and he did pretty damn good. He had a situation where he kind of gave the ball away at one point, but aside from that, I mean, he was pretty solid. He was pretty good last night. DeAndre Yedlin got the nod at right back. Played pretty good. In my opinion, was non-existent in the attack. Constantly just was playing in the U.S. side of the field most of the game. Truly didn't see him show off that speed at all last night since he was stuck on his side of the field defending for most of the time. But overall, he was pretty good. He was solid as well. Tyler Adams was a general. He was keeping everything clean, kept that spine of the defense intact, that spine of the team intact. And the guy's unreplaceable, does all the dirty work that nobody wants to do and continues to do it every single day, time after time, game after game. I love the kid. And overall, I mean, he's a talent. He did great last night. Weston McKennie was everywhere. The kid was everywhere. Looked solid, looked fast, looked lean, look creative, and look physical. So overall, pretty good at showing by him. Played all game and was running up and down all game. There was a couple times where I felt like he could have gave the ball away a little sooner. Felt like he was doing a little too much, in my opinion, at times. So that's one of the things that kind of worried me about him. But aside from that, he was pretty good for us. He was solid. Now, Triple G actually surprised me with this, guys. I was not expecting this. I was expecting Leggett or Acosta to start here, but he actually plugged in a more offensive player, a more creative player, in Brandon Aronson in that 10/8 role, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, I think he plugged in that wrong creative, that wrong offensive player in that position last night. I think it should have been a Gio Reyna. For some reason, I don't know why Gio Reyna was starting at winger, at right wing, when Gio is more of a cam with BVB. Obviously, we know what type of talent, what type of creative tool he is at that position. Started for the U.S. last night at winger when Brandon Aronson is a winger himself, and he could have started at winger, and Gio could have just started at cam. I don't know what the hell the issue is there. I don't know what the hell Berhalter Triple G is thinking, but I understand what Berhalter tried to do, implement a creative, more offensive style player in that position to kind of give the team a spark a little bit, but it didn't work. Brandon Aronson's a more creative player. I'm just going to plug him here. He's going to create. No, it doesn't work like that, Berhalter. It does not work like that. But let's continue. Right wing, obviously, Gio Reyna. The guy there was some glimpses, but aside from that, nothing to rave about, nothing to be excited about, just nothing exciting. And I think that all falls under the fact that Gio Reyna's not a winger, dude. Gio Reyna's a midfielder. He's an attacking mid. And when you play players out of position, this is what's going to happen. They're going to lay big fat goose eggs. And that's exactly what happened for Gio, in my opinion. Josh Sargent, this was the game for me where he had to come and cement himself as a starter for us, as a number 9. And in my opinion, did the opposite of that. Just continues to leave you with wanting more. Has a skill set, the attributes to become a solid striker, but just can't put it all together. The guy's looking fast, looking leaner, looking a little bit quicker, is getting into open spaces, but just can't can't find a way to score. And that's what we want. That's what a striker's rated on how many scores you go. And right now, Sargent isn't scoring anything. So we're still looking for that option at number 9. We're still looking for our talisman, in my opinion. And I think that Ricardo Pepi should definitely get a look against Canada. And lastly, Konrad got the nod over Puli, but Konrad looked okay. In my opinion, he looked good. For his first game for us in a World Cup qualifier away, he looked solid. The kid looked like he was willing. He was willing to go 1v1, was taking on defenders with ease. At that point, was taking on 2 defenders and was making it look easy. I truly love what we have in Konrad. If Triple G can muster up the guts to finally move Gio to that cam position and we could plug in a Konrad opposite of Christian Pulisic, man, we'd have a solid attack, in my opinion. But that's if Triple G ever gets to that point. And yeah, who knows? Because Triple G's obviously stuck in his ways. But overall, Konrad looked okay for me. He looked good, and it was a performance that he could definitely build. In my opinion, this team is a U23, U24 team here, with the exception of a couple players, but very young team. And a lot of people are expecting a lot, and that's all right. Obviously, as a matter of fact, this team has set a high bar. They won the Gold Cup. They won the CNL. Berhalter showed time after time that he can definitely have this team ready to go. So what I'm trying to say is, we have the team, we have the ability, we have the skill to have gone in there into a El Salvador. Granted, I understand we're playing against the team and the fans and the weather and the atmosphere and all that crap, but we have the team to go in there and beat them 1-0, 2-0. And we couldn't do that. Why? Because we lack creativity. The final third is disconnected. Was disconnected. There was nothing happened. No offense was flowing. At times we looked stagnant, dormant. And it's scary, as a matter of fact. If we couldn't put 1 goal against El Salvador, it's kind of worrisome because, in my opinion, the easiest team in the CONCACAF in this octagonal here, World Cup qualifiers here, is El Salvador. And if you can't put 1 goal against them, that's pretty damn worrisome, in my opinion. And I understand we didn't have players like Christian Pulisic. I understand we didn't have players like Tim Weah, but Tim Weah is a sub anyways. And Christian Pulisic, well, let's be honest, he could have obviously added his own style of play, but still just disconnected. There was no creativity. Who was going to create a chance to pass him the ball? Was he going to create? Was he going to be the one creating all night? We can't do that. We can't expect Christian Pulisic to create every single play, every single chance for this team. That's what worries me a little bit. And I'll be honest, I mean, I expect this from Berhalter because Berhalter, like I've mentioned, he is a defensive-minded head coach. He's going to focus on the defense. And the defense has been fantastic. We've been tossing out shutouts for the past 3-4 games. It's definitely expected from a defensive head coach. But now we're actually lacking in the offense. And our offense is dormant, no creativity, stagnant, playing players out of position. I definitely understand that of Berhalter. He loves to do that. He wants to seem like he's this creative, knowledgeable head coach, which he is knowledgeable, but in my opinion is not creative in any way, shape, or form. There's no need to be playing players out of position, dude. You brought in 2 solid, more than capable left backs, Anthony Robinson and George Bello, obviously. Anthony Robinson plays with Tim Ream at Fulham, for crying out loud. You started Tim Ream at the center back position. Why not start Anthony Robinson at left back? He's a natural left back. Why are you being creative and plugging in a Serginho Dest when we know that Serginho Dest does his best at the right back position for Barcelona? It just doesn't make any sense. You have Tim Ream starting at center back. His teammate Anthony Robinson, who he plays with at Fulham, is a solid option at left back. You can have chemistry there already right off the bat if you plug in Anthony Robinson, plus you're obviously putting him in his natural position, which is a left back. And then you're also going to benefit because Serginho Dest is playing at right back because that's his natural position, plays for Barcelona. So those are 2 solid wins for the team, but instead Berhalter comes out here and tries to be this smart-ass guy, smart-ass coach saying, hey, let me plug in Serginho Dest at the left back and start DeAndre Yedlin, which I have nothing against DeAndre Yedlin, but I have something against him starting players out of position, to be honest, because if we have the players to fulfill the needs at each position, there's no need to be playing players out of position. And this is just something that continues to mind boggle me time after time after time again. The World Cup qualifiers is not a place to be experimenting here, sir. It's not a time or place to be running your experiments. Obviously, this head coach doesn't know that because he's never been through a World Cup qualifier cycle or has never competed at the international level. That's why he thinks that this is just a chance for him to experiment here. And in my opinion, that definitely bit us in the ass last night. Obviously, Serginho Dest didn't do shit on the left side. Anthony Robinson came in and immediately added a spark, was going forward, getting forward against El Salvador in a couple plays. And guess what? Well, now DeAndre Yedlin's out and Kellen Acosta's playing right back because, well, yeah, That's what happens. Nothing anybody says is going to change my mind. Oh, well, he has to do with what he has, player that he has. No, I'm tired of that shit. He had the players, he had the solid left backs, and he decided to go with Serginho Dest at the left back instead of plugging in an Anthony Robinson. I don't get that. I hear a lot of people making excuses saying, well, you know, it's the first game, you know, it's a couple kids, they're young, they're not used to this type of environment, the World Cup qualifiers. I understand that. And I definitely understand that El Salvador, their players came out to play last night. These players, these El Salvador players, they were playing for their lives, basically. They were representing their country at max last night. I mean, it was full display. These guys were playing for a ticket to either get signed by the MLS or by another club or something. They're playing for their lives. And I completely understand that. These are the same players. This is the same coach that cemented us as a top 10 club in the world in FIFA rankings. These are the same players. And you're going to tell me that these guys can't score one goal against El Salvador? I'm not going to overreact. Like I said, I'm not going to, throw the white towel in. This is a first game. If we could find a way to beat Canada and beat Honduras, we take 7 points and we're in a good place. We're in a good place. But Mexico did beat Jamaica last night. So, just for record, they are leading the number one team right now in the octagonal. But now the pressure's on. The pressure's definitely on Berhalter. Pressure is on for him to deliver. Needs to find a way to get this juggernaut clicking. Needs to find a way to get this dormant offense going. It's sputtering right now, but I think that when this team clicks offensively, man, forget about it. But that's the problem. We can't get going offensively. And it's been proven time after time. In the Gold Cup, we beat Mexico 1-0. And that goal was decided in the last minutes of the game. For now, I'm going to give Berhalter a pass. I'm not going to overreact. I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to take this result with a grain of salt. Let's settle down. It's okay. Pulisic might be back for the next game. Hopefully the offense, the creativity is there next game and we'll be okay. But aside from that, I just want to let you guys know what my thoughts are, rant a little bit, talk a little bit about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are about this game. Did you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy it? Are you okay with the result? Are you upset about it? Are you pissed off at Triple G? Let me know in the comment section. I'm really interested to know. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.